right, gang, welcome back. Welcome back to another Checo Forex live stream. Hope everybody had a fantastic day today. It was a good day in the markets today, to say the least, right? NASDAQ, all indices made a run up today, but I was locked in on gold today. Look at this correction on gold. If you were on my stream last night, I mentioned that we will be retracing from around these highs up here, and yeah, we got a very nice pullback, filled this gap right here, and yeah, now we're running. Let's start off on the daily. Let's go on market though. We're coming up to fill this gap. So previous daily closed bearish. I would expect further move down. This previous daily had no bottom wick. Now have made one now. No bottom wick on what in the world? No bottom wick on this candle here. So I mean, right now, you know, we're looking to come up, make a top wick more likely than not, and then continue to drive down here. But we might be targeting this low down here. What's this area down here? Let's see, off the daily. Yeah, we have a couple of areas, right? So we have the support level here, and then we have this previous resistance now. So yeah, two possible targets, right? So we might come into this range here. So 31.36 would be probably the first area off the daily, and then we got this down here, 29.77. So yeah, that's what we're looking at off the daily, right? Let's take a look at 4 hour here, which we'll be coming back to. All right, so 4 hour, this was the gap that was filled. We did have 4 consecutive bearish candles. This one gapped down here, so at Asia Open, filling this gap here, but also understanding, right, that it bounced off of this support. Look at that wick, right on the money there. So it's possible we might come up to fill the gap here. So we're looking at about 33.80 before we might flip and continue to move down here. And then yeah, we'll be targeting these areas down here. So let me actually shade this bad boy in here. Yeah, we might be coming into this area right here. So anywhere between 3240, 3200, we're coming this way. Now if this level holds, now for me to change the bias, right, then we might have not only fill the gap here, but then we would have to close bullish, right? And then the next candle has to come and you know, continue to rip up and start breaking these highs. And off the smaller time frames, then we might be able to see something better as far as you know, breaking certain levels. Like off the 30, you know, we have support here, support here, support here. We broke below, retested, and then obviously we gapped down. So now we're kind of moving up here. We might come back up to retest this 33.80-ish, 86, 85 before we continue to rip down, right, into this shaded area down here. But we'll see. Off the 1 hour, yeah, levels are about the same. Actually, we could draw it up a little better. Actually, off the 1 hour looks a lot nicer. So right around here, form that support. Now we coming down here. So look at the 1 hour, starting to rip up here. So we have about 30 minutes till this candle closes here. So I want to see if we can get a bottom wick here, and then I'll probably take the buys up. Take the buys up to fill the gap here. So that's our next move. That's about 200 pips. But let's see how candles open up. We got exactly 30 minutes left to candle closures. So yeah, that's what we'll be waiting on right now. Let's see. Yeah, very simple. Nothing crazy. You know, we got the massive breakout, made new all-time highs up here. Got the all-time highs up here. Wicked up at about 3,500.4, and then we've been trickling down ever since. You know, we made our way all the way down to the bottom of the range here. So very nice move on gold. This correction from this move up. So, but we might see bigger pullback here. I mean, gold has been running. I mean, look at this. made that big move up, then we consolidated, took another move up, made a little correction, another move up. So now I feel that we'll make a bigger correction here. Or this could have been it here, right? I mean, this is a pretty decent correction. Where's that from the top? Yeah, it's about about 5.5% correction. I expect a little bit more, maybe another 5%. So we might come down to this area here before we see a move up. But right now, I'm looking at this gap. Very nice gap to fill here. But let's see. Hopefully, it won't run up. If it runs up in the next 28 minutes, then we'll see how it reacts. If we break back into the range here, we might be looking at some buy opportunities to come back into the top of the range. But if we come up, fill the gap, respect this level here, and we get some sort of bearish closure respecting this area, then we can look to take the sells back down. Well, let's see what happens. I want to say we can get in on this gap fill, but I want to wait for a bottom wick. This wouldn't have been a move I would have taken either way. You know, we gap down. I mean, I know there's a gap here, but this thing could have easily continued to move down, maybe even test these lows down here. But I'd much rather wait and see. It's starting to push up here. It might even fill the gap before we get around to it. Just above this resistance here. So we have resistance here on the 1 hour right here. Just kind of cracking above that. That would be a nice push. If we get a closure above that here, then, you know, we can assume it might just come up to get the gap fill here. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Gap fill's actually up here. 33.82. At 26 minutes, gang. 26 minutes. So how did this 30 open here? It's all right. Yeah, the 30 did close slightly below, so this is the one breaking above, but this thing could come back and go back down, which would be good if you get nice pullback here, you know, and then the next candle can rip up. So yeah, give us a top wick, come down, make a bottom wick, and then we can catch the our entry here once we form some sort of support in this area here. Yeah, but the 30's coming down to make a bottom wick here. Patience, gang. Patience is key. On stream yesterday, we had a fantastic trade, and it required a lot of patience, a lot of discipline as well, and waiting for the setup, right? So tonight we'll be executing the same plan. Discipline, patience, and if our setup presents itself, we'll execute. If not, then we let it go. We have to be okay with a no trade day or no trade night in this case. It's also anticipating the move. You know, yesterday it was anticipating, right? Once we got the candle to print, what I said on stream to you guys was, you know, if we get this bottom wick here, you know, once we reflip, we'll be taking the buys up. So that's exactly what happened. Once the candle opened, gave us a nice pull down, and then we took a impulse entry here, and then we rode it right back up. It's looking more or less like about the same thing out. Based on this resistance here, I would like to see a closure above here. Yeah, This is a nice little range to trade up here. We can grab, that's about 200 pips here. Big range. Excuse me. See if there's any updates on gold here. Let's take a look. See, this one was about an hour ago. All right. Yeah, so the U.S. and China looks going to some sort of agreement. Yeah, typically the segment of precious metal. President Trump seemed to soften his stance in his trade war with China. Yeah, that's definitely going to be bearish for gold and good for the market too. Yeah, there's 145% tariff on imported goods from China. That's crazy. But he says it will come down substantially once there's a deal. Once they come up to an agreement, negotiate a deal, then yeah, that'll probably come down, and that'll probably put gold, push gold to the downside. Because a lot of people, they're probably gonna take out their money from gold and throw it back into the market. So yeah, it's not bad. Besides, gold needed a correction, man. Gold has just been running up too much. All right, let's read this. No, that was, there was another one that was. Oh, here it goes. Take a look at this one here. Oh, but this is for commodities. All the targets. All right, spot gold. All right. Yeah, so they have resistors right up in this area here. Yeah, but look, they have it coming down about 32.90, 32.70. That's the expected target right here. So yeah, we come up. With that being said, if we do come up and fill this gap tonight, right? Again, if this level gets respected here, I might be looking for potential sells. Again, look at that area. Well, they said 32.97, so they have it coming down to around this area right here. So probably this support is what that report is targeting right here, more or less. Yeah, but either way, we're probably gonna come back down. I mean, that's a nice move. We catch a sell from up here. That's it's nearly 1,000 pips. I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, the gap bounce from here, come back up, maybe retrace. But let's see. It might not even fill the gap here. This thing could flip, push down, and we can come down to that level. Then take our buys up here or from down here. We'll see. Very interesting. All right, 18 minutes candle closing here. We'll see. We'll see what the move is. 4 hour looking bullish, of course, here. And more likely than not, it'll close bullish here. But if we get that closure, going back to that 30-minute and that 1 hour resistance right here, if we can get a closure above there, I would assume we're going to come up and fill the gap. So I'll make a move if we do close above here. If we can get a nice bottom wick here, we can take the buys up to fill the gap. Yeah, and I want to see a steeper wick when the new candle opens, is because I'm personally planning to probably use these previous candle stops here. So probably about 10 pips below it or something. But yeah, my stops will probably be just below this current 1 hour candle once the new one opens. So, yeah, we can get a pull down, then we take the buys and ride it up. and it feels like it's going slow, right? But that's part of the game, right? You know, I always say, you know, trading is 80% waiting and 20% trading. So sometimes we just gotta wait, right? We gotta wait. Gotta make sure that this candle, in this case, right, based on our game plan here, I want to see a closure above here, and it looks like it's about to close up there. Less than the next 12 minutes, it pulls back down here, or like I said, if it drives and fills the gap before the candle closure, then it is what it is, right? Then we'll wait to see the reaction here, or is it going to push up and close above back into this range? You know, but I feel like it'll come up and fill this gap, right? We might get some consolidation, or maybe the next candle close bearish, and then we can take our play on the way back down. Because this was the level of support here, and even though we gapped down, right, but that was the break, but now it's coming to retest the broken level, right? So we got the drop, come back up, retest, and continue to push down. So that's the move we're looking at right now. And you know, maybe we can take advantage of both of those trades tonight, right? We can get in and grab this range fill here. That would be fantastic. And this thing is about to build a gap. It's only, well, it's about 110 pips away. Well, to the resistance level here. The gap fills up here at 3381.2. I want to see if we can it'll wait. I want it to wait for us. Yeah, gold is moving up pretty quick here. Let's see. I mean, again, if we get the gap fill here, you know, once it hits that level, it's fine, guys. It's nothing to worry about. It's not the end of the world. It's the gap fill right here. I'll wait to see a reaction here. We might wick into it. Not this candle. Whatever candle's gonna drive up, we might wick into it, come back and close below that resistance level here, and then we can take the buys back down. But if we close above back in this range, then it's a good sign that we might continue to drive up here. And I'm okay with that as well. Because for me to say, listen, this thing is going to continue to drive down, right? We might have to take out these lows right here. We made this high here, then we made a low, made a higher high, and now we made this is a higher low in this case, right? And we're moving back up, but doesn't mean we're not going to come down and break the lows here. So if we do break these lows here, then it'll confirm the continuation to the downside. But the fact that we fail to break this low here for the time being, right? And we come back up and come back into the range here, then then it'll be looking something like this. Let me delete all this and draw it up like this. This will probably help a little more. Look at this. That's that trend line right here. So we can still come down to this trend line here, right? And once we come up, we'll come and we'll probably tap right around here, and then from here we can bounce up to the all-time highs. That's one way to look at it. This is off the 1 hour, right? But you can take the same line, go up across here, right? If you use this level here to mark up the same level, this already broke below, but now it's breaking back up. So, it's a nicer setup right here, right there. I really believe we're going to come down and tap this level. If we take out these lows and break this trend line, that would be very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it's a nice level right here. What an amazing run on gold. It's insane. Man, gaps almost filled, gang. Man, wanted to get in on this, but candle hasn't closed yet. I want to still draw this resistance line here, though. This thing moved all the way back up. All right, so that was the move I was looking for, but it looks like it's gonna occur, right? Look, we got about 5 minutes left on the candle and it's pushing up, so might just come up and fill the gap. And if it comes up, fills the gap here in the next 4.5 minutes, right? And we got a closure back up in the range here. It'll get a little tricky there. I would have thought we would come up, fill the gap, and then wick back below and close below. That would be the ideal scenario, because then we could be looking for sells right back down. We're targeting these lows down here. And this 4-hour candle is brand new. I mean, literally has about well, this one has 3 minutes left. I'm sorry, I meant to say that the new candle is going to open. Brand new candle is going to open in the next 3 minutes or so. I think it's holding up here. Gonna close just shy of the gap. Let me get rid of this here. I wanted to get a closure above, but this thing just ran up almost to the top of the range here. All right, 30 seconds. All right. I might still make a run here for the gap. Get a bottom wick. Ooh, never mind. Oops. No bottom wick. This thing just flipped. Yeah, but if we fill the gap and it hasn't given us a bottom wick, I'm taking a sell, gang. Yeah, if we tap this level here with no bottom wick, I'm gonna take a sell off the rip. I'm gonna fill the gap, gang. Damn, gold. All right. Now we missed the gap fill by like a pip and a half. Ooh. Hold on. Did it fill the gap here, gang? No. That wick missed it. Wow. Damn, it came close, but it clearly missed the gap fill. But let's see. Man, I don't want this thing to fail because I wanted to get that entry from up here. Yeesh. Wow, that was the move I wanted, right? Damn. What happened? Let's see. Let's see if it'll push back up. Damn, gold. Gold's a savage, bro. What a move. Oh, shoot. Yep. This is what I wanted here. I wanted to have it tap the line there and then take the sell. Look at that. But it missed the gap fill. I should have, well. How many pips? I might, let me see something here. All right, 6 pips. All right, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. Might still consider some short positions here, but let me see if we retest. Man. Yeah. That was the move I wanted. Man. Flipping to make a bottom wick, that would have been 134 pips. I saw it, gang, but damn, it came. So I thought it was gonna tap in there so I can take the impulse entry. All right, that scenario is still alive, but let's see. Wow. It's still pushed back up. As long as it hasn't made this bottom wick and we can push back up, I'll take the wick entry right around this area here. Man, but it did the move. It pulled up, man. We would have been in and out of that trade within minutes. Let's see. Let's see if it'll pop back up a little bit. Well, now it's gonna flip bearish now. Yeah. Wow, gang. There it is. Unbelievable. All right. I know, and it didn't fill the gap. That's for sure. No, some broke. I mean, it came awfully close. I mean, I'm telling you, it missed it by like a pip and a half. All right. Let's get to work here, gang. Unbelievable. And I could have made this bottom wick and then reflip, re-break the highs. Now we will have to wait. That would have been the massive move right there. Right, let's see. It's a brand new 4-hour candle. Might have filled the gap. My eyes are deceiving me. What do you think, gang? Yeah, man, it probably did. Close enough, man. Close enough. But yeah. Already made the bottom wick. Now this thing, once you make the bottom wick, it really flips up. A couple of things I would wait for is if we come back up and re-break the highs, I'll probably set up a buy here. If we come back to re-break the highs. Yeah, wow. Damn, gold. I mean, it seems like it might have filled the gap. I mean, on the one I did really see that it missed it. I thought it missed it by a pip or two. Yeah, just yeah, on the 1 hour it just missed it. Just missed it, but it's too close. I should have executed that. Yeah, I would have executed it. Look at this run down now. That's exactly the move I was expecting here. It was either the fact that it ran up so far, so close, that once we closed and we popped off with no bottom wick, my instinct was right away. Once it gets the gap filled, take the sell for the flip for the bottom wick, and would have ran. I mean, if we would have taken that, how many pips would have that been? We take it from there. Sorry. From the top, right there. From there to where did it peak? Yeah, that's 203 pips. We missed that whole move there. It's all right, guys. It happens sometimes. These things is you have to react. So, I hesitated on pulling the trigger there, waiting for the tap, and it again. I don't know if my eyes deceived me tonight, but for me, it missed the gap fill. All right. Now we might get some volume here coming in 9:15, 9:30. Let's see what gold decides to do. But again, if we're respecting this now that we've apparently filled the gap here, yeah, once we fill the gap, right, we get a bearish closure below the range, then I'll be ready to take some sells now. If we can come back up and retest here, I'll take the impulse entry there. But let's see. Well, off the 30-minute, actually, I would prefer the closure below. Yeah, didn't expect it to happen this way tonight, honestly. Definitely saw the move. I knew exactly what I needed to do. But again, it was a question of did it tap into the gap fill or not? And I thought it would have just given us that extra nudge just to confirm it, at least for what I was seeing. But didn't get it. I didn't execute. So. But that might have been it, right? We come up, fill the gap, and then now we can start continuing to move down. Because this could be a correction to this impulse move down, right? So we got the move down, and we got a correction, and then we should continue to come down. I think we're gonna hit this target around 30. What was that 32.90, 32.91? So yeah, 32.91 will be my target on the way back down. But if we push up and close above, especially on the 1 hour here, we got a closure above, then we're coming back into this range, and then we will need to wait for a retest to take the move up. But you know, we can start rejecting from here. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the 30-minute here just to see what this candle is gonna close. I'm going off of this, off the 30-minute, right? We have this resistance here, right? Then turn support, support, and here was support, and then slightly resistance here, but then also this support here and support here. So I think we'll get some sort of rejection from this area here. But a closure below is most importantly. So we close below here. That'll be very important here. Let's see what the 15-minute do. All right, so 15-minute, previous 15-minute close below, current 15-minute, no bottom wick. I don't want to take this off the 15, but we did close below on the 15 after coming up again, apparently filling the gap here. So we got the gap fill, right? And it pulls back up, but let's see if it's going to try to break the previous highs, right? And then flip, especially with no bottom wick here. Let's see. All right, so we're starting to reject here, right? Keeping an eye on that level, that's all. We got 11 minutes. 1 minute chart is looking bullish. We will have to probably break these lows here. We can get below 3364.6. After 5 minutes, then we get a closure below here. We can assume we're going to start driving down here. But I'm looking for a wick entry. But I need these higher time frames to respect this level here. At least we're getting some volume here. I want to see what it's going to do in this range here. So far, this level is being respected as of now. Once we grab the gap fill here, but let's see if we're gonna close above, especially on the 1 hour here. But if 30-minute candle can close below, next candle can you know, kind of close bearish, forming that resistance there, then I'll be inclined to take the sells down. But if we close above and hold above here, then this thing can start ripping up. It can come up a lot further, right? I mean, there's not much really stopping it all the way to the top of the range here. So let's see what this 30 minutes gonna do. 30 minutes pulling back here. I mean, this 30-minute might close bearish. I mean, it's 5 minutes left. This thing can flip and give us that bearish closure. Then yeah, then I'll be looking to take sales now. All right, we got 2 minutes to this candle close. I want to see how this 30-minute candle is going to close here. The 15 do. Okay, 15. Again, this one closed below. Just made a bottom wait for this new 15, which is about to close in these 2 minutes. 15 might start confirming the reversal here. So yeah, 15 failed to break the previous highs, comes down and also flips bearish, right? And it's gonna looks like it's gonna close bearish. Let's see. Not sold on it yet though. Oh man, bit tired tonight, guys. Just here we go. Look at this 30-minute. Yep, it's gonna close bearish. Okay, well, I will see if the next candle takes out the highs here, right? And I might have some sell stop, especially if we open with no bottom. Yeah, might close doji though, but the 15 is closing bearish. Previous 5 closed bearish. This one's starting to come down. I know if we break this 5-minute support and close below there, we should drive down, but I want to see this off the 1 hour and the 30-minute here. See, 35 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, 10 seconds. At the very least, it looks like it wants to close weak bearish here. So we got a doji closure here. Not the best closure. All right, but 15 did close bearish here. We could take this off the 15, but it's not my cup of tea, right? All right. Last chance for this shot. I'm gonna wait for this 1 hour closure. I want to see if we not only respect that, but I want to get a bearish closure here. Otherwise, we're probably gonna call it tonight. This was the move, right? This wick to the bottom here, those 203 pips that we missed. I didn't pull the trigger on that, so I'm all good with a no trade night, right? We missed our move there. But yeah, we start getting this bearish closure here on the 1 hour. We might have an entry tonight. Let's just see. Also, we have to assume, right? Looking at the daily, previous daily, after making a massive top wick, we got a huge rejection all the way down, right? Now this could be the new daily making a top wick, right? And then reflipping here. So we got a top wick right back into this resistance area, and then we can expect a daily flip. If we break below 3315.8, this candle can come back down, re-break its low after making the top wick that rejected off this resistance. And yeah, we're gonna come down to at least to the bottom of the range, or grab this wick right here, or maybe come down to this support down here. A lot of possibilities on gold. $30 minutes starting to come down here. All right, let's see how this 1 hour prints. I like the fact that we made the wick up here, like I said, grabbed the gap fill, and then if we reflip bearish and close bearish, it's a good indication. I will wait for an entry here, maybe a wick up here, retest the resistance level, and then take the wick entry now. Let's see if we get that play. That was outside. I'm watching the Mets game here, and umpire made a bad call just now. All right, gang, 25 minutes. I'm gonna get this here. What's this 30-minute? You break the lows? Not yet. Oh, no, we just did. Yeah, this looks good here. Already breaking the lows here. Oh, is that the 5 minute breaking that? Oh, you know what, gang? Let me look at this. We got 5 seconds. This thing is gonna close below. Does it? We got a top wick here. I'm gonna. Five-minute broke this support. Excuse me, but might be inclined here. Um, 15-minute came down here, but now it's pushing back up. 5-minute did close below that support level, but now this thing is flipping bullish almost. See, yeah, looks like it's the 1 hour. I'll wait on the 1 hour. If we don't get that bullish, that bearish closure off this 1 hour, then we're probably gonna call it tonight. We might get the move that we're looking for, but it's probably gonna happen during pre-London or London. We're not gonna get that tonight if we don't get it now. We already rebroke the 5-minute highs here. 15-minute flipping bullish here after forming a resistance right here. 30-minute had closed doji, but now we came down, took out the previous lows, and now we're flipping bullish here. So who knows? This thing might want to continue to run up here. I do like the sells in from this range here, more or less. I just but if we get a closure, like we break too far up in this range here, for example, we might come up and take out the 30-minute highs and then reflip. But the next 21 minutes, if that happens, if we come up, take out the highs, and then reflip and close below the resistance level here, I would like the sells there. But again, that move like that might happen later on tonight. Now, yeah, I'm not going to be on stream for that long, so I'm just going to ride out these next 20 minutes and see where we go. We can get the closure. If it looks good, I'll stay on and take the sell, but if we don't get it, we don't get it. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Oh, the polar bear came through. RBI double. Nicely done. Nicely done. Man, we're gonna break the highs here. Yeah, we could. We're not too far off in there. We might come back up and test the gap resistance here. No, we're about to re-break that 30 highs. So we came down, took out the previous 30 lows. Now we're flipping, taking out the highs, and it's possible this thing might want to run up here. I'm still keeping an eye in this level right here, right at the top of the box here. That level remains respected. We'll see how it reacts. But again, it's not looking good for tonight, gang. I don't think we're going anywhere with these candles. There is a move I'm anticipating, right? That this thing rolls over and we get confirmation and all that. But again, it's probably gonna happen a lot later, or this thing can just drive up. So yeah. Got a 15-minute. Wow, we broke 15-minute highs after it closed bearish here. So after making a bottom wick, so yeah, this is looking a little bullish to me, at least for the time being, right? We might run into some resistance up here or here, but it's trading in this range though. Not something. I don't think I'm gonna touch it tonight. I don't think I'm gonna look at this this chart and try to force anything, right? We don't want to force anything. Yeah, we're coming into the top of the box here. Closure above here would it's gonna be indicating it wants to move up further. So yeah, 15-minute. Wow. After that previous candle closed up bearish here, I thought it would make a top wick, and then once it broke the lows, it would come down. But it came down, broke the lows first, and then we just ripped up here. Yep, this thing is looking to push up. Yeah, gang. Yeah, this 15 minutes coming to a close here. Yeah, wow, we closed right at the top of the range. I mean, that could be resistance there, but now, yeah, we made a top wick. Wow, we re-broke the highs quickly there, so we took the highs out real quick. Yeah, gang. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. This thing could be a bottom wick here to continue to move up. Um, Yeah, 1 hour is tapping the top of the range right here. This resistance here, support here, is tapping right into that. So, I think that if this level more or less can hold here, we should, we can see the continuation to the downside. But if this thing closes above in the next 15 minutes, it's not gonna. And then we will have to wait for the next candle, right, to print. And yeah, at this point, yeah, I'm not gonna stay on that long, gang. All right, gang. No trade night, right? We had a move earlier, and yeah, just didn't pull the trigger on it. That's fine, right? We live to trade another day. So once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you're gonna continue to trade, just trade safely. Don't over leverage. Make sure you use proper risk management. And yeah, we'll be uh, we'll be back at it tomorrow. For my platform members, we will be trading the New York session tomorrow. We do have some news coming in tomorrow. What do we have tomorrow? Let me take a look real quick at my internet open here. All right, so yeah, we have 9:35 a.m. Oh, FOMC member Waller speaks. Then we have Flash Manufacturing PMI, Flash Services PMI at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, and new home sales at 10 a.m. So we have some news tomorrow. I don't think that's not too crazy, but definitely be some volatility in the markets though, right around the New York Open. So yeah, so everyone have a blessed, safe night. Once again, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. And yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Everyone have a great night. Peace out.